2 questions and then we'll pass it on to the next person. If we get time at the end, we'll come back, alright? Adam, can we start with yourself when you're ready, please?
Good to go there.
Yeah,
James, Happy New Year. How excited are you to kick off 2026 with a big old firm game?
Happy New Year. Really excited. I think we ended obviously in a good note, getting 3 points at home against a tough side. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be another challenge, and really excited to see what the game brings.
Well, what has changed at Celtic since the last time you played them? I'm sure you've been studying them this week. What sort of changes and differences have you noticed since Wilfred Nancy's come in there?
I think the obvious one's obviously the formation, the style of play that they play. So yeah, I'm sure the analyst boys have done a lot of homework, and we'll obviously have a couple of meetings before now to the game, so we'll go through that. We've worked a bit on the training pitch, but yeah, we really only can really focus on what we're going to do and trying to be aggressive without the ball, and obviously with the ball be composed and try to get to the final third and create chances.
If you win the game tomorrow, you can go level on points with Celtic. It's been quite a remarkable turnaround given how the season has started. Do you get a sense that the longer this run goes on, that the belief is just growing and it can be title contenders coming into the season?
Well, we always want to be in that shout. I think the consistency is always the key in any season. When you're playing, week in, week out, you have to have that consistency, putting performances, putting results together to get you in for a shout. And we've had setbacks, but overall we've been working really hard to try and put ourselves back in for the shout. And yeah, tomorrow's another game that we're obviously going to go there and try and get the 3 points, and it's obviously a step closer to the end of the season. So yeah, we're going to fight all the way to the end, and obviously yeah, we've got to put in a really good performance tomorrow, and probably like the semi-final. It's obviously going to be clinical moments in these games where you've got to take them.
Right, James, given how tight it is and that you have got yourself back into the title race conversation, would you like to see the club be brave in the transfer market to maybe go and help you push it over the line and really push you forward a lot?
I think that's out of my reach. I think that's obviously down to the gaffer and the people above him. We've got a great group now. If you can add, great. But with the team that we've got now, we're showing signs that we're getting better and better. So yeah, that's above me on that.
You're coming up against a team who maybe a little bit of form, going through a little bit of a difficult spell. Do you think there'll be a nervousness around the place, on the crowd, maybe on the park, that you can exploit?
Well, like I said, we can only concentrate on ourselves. There has been times in the past when I've played there, and when we've done well and we've got the crowd almost against them. But that's obviously down to the way we play, so that's going to be down to us how we start from the first whistle.
In your time at Rangers, there maybe haven't been too many spells where Celtic have been in at that place where they are 0-5 defeats and 7, when they're maybe not at their best. Do you feel it's important that you guys take advantage of that as best you can?
I think we've got to just try and, obviously, I know it's a cliche, but focus on yourselves, and we have to concentrate on ourselves, because we're the only ones that are going to really beat ourselves in the season. So we have to obviously get better as a team. We're not perfect, but we're obviously training really hard, trying to put in the performance that we want, but also the main thing, just getting the points over the line. I know the St Mirren game got a little bit, under the pressure towards the end, but we've seen out the game. So that's the key in these matches, and in football, you just got to obviously get the wins, and just try and take advantage of that.
David?
James, how much do you think Rangers have improved since that World Cup semi-final?
I think we've had longer on the training pitch with the manager. We've adapted in different styles of how we want to play, but I feel like we are getting better as a team, and we're learning more from what we've done in the past. And the lads are really taking in what the manager wants, so I believe we are getting better.
The manager said it's never really just about 3 points, and for you probably know that better than anyone, the most experienced player in Rangers. How do you deal with the emotion now? Is that of an old firm fixture? Is that just something that you can deal with quite comfortably?
Yeah, I can deal with it quite comfortably. But I would say it's obviously, from a fan's point of view, 3 points is the main thing. I know there's obviously, from our footballing point of view, we want to get the 3 points, but if you can display a good performance with that, then it sets you up even better for the remaining of the season.
You've experienced big wins in this fixture. James, I just wonder, in those times when even when you go to Celtic Park and win, what that does to the dressing room, and what you think that can do for this dressing room in terms of the confidence, the belief if you do go there tomorrow and win.
Yeah, if we go there and win, it will give you good confidence, but you also need to still be humble about it, because we've seen in the past that teams have came and maybe beaten us at Ibrox, and the next week they get beat the following week. So we have to be humble if we get the win, and obviously that's what we're trying to aim for. It'll give us good confidence, but you just got to keep grounded and just keep working at it, and whichever opponent comes next, you just got to keep working hard at that.
James, we spoke to you earlier in the season, and I remember after Bruges, after Bergen, which was Danny's first game, it was as angry and frustrated as probably since you've been here. When you look back, why were you so angry and frustrated at that time, and what's changed since?
I think it's obviously down to us as players and as the way we probably applied ourselves as a team and as individuals. That's what I was probably most angry about. But that's definitely changed since then. With the boys have really stepped up, really taken note of what the manager wants. Obviously, it was still early days when the manager came in, but yeah, the boys are getting better, and I'm enjoying seeing the signs of that, and much more happier than what I was previously in the season. Yeah.
Just for you personally, this might be your last season at the club. What would it mean to you? Like I seen the results of a few months ago. What would it mean to you to go and win a title this season?
That's obviously my aim every single season. So to work, to play all season, and then get the benefits of it. That's why you're in here to play football, and this is why you play for Rangers, is to win titles and leagues. So when you put all that hard work in, you want obviously the benefits. So we're gonna continue to keep working really hard and push ourselves until the last day.
You probably wouldn't have known a season quite like this. Both old firm teams are perhaps with their struggles. Points teams, a title challenge for Hearts, even Motherwell doing so well. It's a kind of unique season in that sense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first. It's obviously the first since I've been here. I think it might be good for the outset, for to see different teams involved in this league, but we obviously have our ambitions and our aims, and from where we were in the season, some might have written us completely off, but we've just had to just keep our heads down and just keep chipping away, and like I said, we have to keep that consistency high. We can't afford to drop standards. The Hearts one was obviously disappointing from our part, and we believe that we could have done a lot better. So we can't have them performances creep in now and again. We've just got to be solid from now to the end of the season.
James, in terms of your own situation, Scott mentioned maybe last season, has there been any developments in terms of talk with the club, what might happen?
And there's been talks behind the scenes, but obviously that's going to stay private.
Last one, please.
James, a lot of players that have experienced in Celtic Park for the first time, Tavernier and James in the back line. What's your advice to them? How do you keep them cool and set up?
Enjoy it, embrace it. It's going to be very hostile, so you just got to really enjoy it and embrace it, and play with your shoulders out, and yeah, when the game comes, obviously stay calm, try not get dug in the moment of maybe if things are happening, or there'll be moments in the game where they might have the ball possession, might be having chances. That's just where you just got to stay cool, calm and collected, and yeah, really just embrace it and just give it your all.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers, thank you.